G'day friends, welcome to today's journal play video. Today's mission is to get these journals out and get through this gold box. I've been hoarding a ton of stuff in here, just stuff that I've been using on my desk or I threw away quickly and thought I'd get back to, and it's too full now and I want to reset this gold box and make room for some more hoarding. So I got my Large Dilutions journal here and I'm just going to stick in a bunch of stuff. I want to just say a disclaimer, if you're looking for finished journal pages, you won't find that in this video. This is simply a bunch of collage and me starting tons and tons of pages. I like to get to a place where sometimes I can just pick up a pen and go back through and add little doodles over the top or add some journaling over the top, where a lot of the foundation work is done and I don't have to look at a expansive blank page and get nervous about it. So this is a great way to just set that up for yourself, and I just don't think about any of it. And some of them, you just look at it and you think, what on earth am I doing there? But I'll find a way to pull it together one day, or maybe I won't. Maybe that'll just be a page that never came together. But, there's always a way to reuse something. If I like a corner of the page or I like one bit of it, I can scan it and photocopy it and turn it into a collage element and reuse that bit. So just because the whole page or the whole spread doesn't come together doesn't mean that there aren't great bits in there that I'd like to reuse again. So I think it's all worth it for that. How am I talking right now? I sound so hyped, like I've just had 5 coffees. Anyway, so because it's so simple, and I've done this before where I've just stuck in a bunch of stuff and not really finished any pages, I'm going to not talk about what I'm doing because I think it's self-explanatory, but I'm actually going to answer these questions. I was on the internet, it's so funny. I was on the internet and it's 50 great questions to ask a guy. And I know that it's for girls that want to get to know guys better because they want to date/marry them. Because the first thing it says is, got a crush on a guy you know? Maybe he's a coworker or a classmate or even some guy you met out in the world. And so that's not what I'm here for. But the questions are interesting, so I thought I'd give it a go and just answer these questions. I know you guys didn't ask for it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So if you want to get to know me a little better and watch some of my process in creating, the start of a bunch of journal pages, keep watching the video. And if you want to answer any of these questions in the comments below, please do. Just write the question out or in what it was referencing to, and write your answer down there, because I'd love to see how some people answer these questions. Some of them are a little heavy, and I might skip those, but for the most part, I think I'll get through a lot of them. Anyway, let's go. You get to marry one fictional character. Who is it? For me, I think it's one of those sitcom kind of characters where they have like a lot of money but don't seem to have a job, because that seems like a fun life. So I'm going to say, and plot twist, they're both women. Karen Walker or Patsy Stone. Love them both. I think that's the lifestyle that I could maybe keep up with it for about a week and then we'd have to go our separate ways, but I think it'd be fun for a week. If you didn't have to worry about money or a job, where would you live in the world? Tokyo. I love California. I'd actually like to do half the year in California, half the year in Tokyo, and Steve would like to do 12 months of the year in Italy, so there'd have to be some kind of compromise there. It is my goal one day when this empire is built and flourished that we'll just be jet setting across the world and visiting people and being everywhere. We should just spend a quarter of the year in Australia, Italy, California, and Tokyo. Yeah, that's a goal. That's my goal for the next 5 years. Is that ambitious? I'm a very ambitious person. I'll get there. In your mind, what are your 3 biggest weaknesses? Well, reading and speaking are 2 of them. In your mind, what are your 3 biggest weaknesses? I think I was going to skip this one because it's a little heavy. But biggest weaknesses, I don't think I have a great capacity for sympathy. Or maybe the people that I've tried to be sympathetic for, I just haven't been good at it. I don't know. I'm going to say sympathy. Biggest weaknesses, I'm very impatient. That's a weakness. And I can get a very hot temper very, very quickly. Steve says it's because I'm a Leo, but I don't really know about astrology. I don't really know what being born in July has to do with it, but yeah, definitely I have a very hot temper quickly. That's a weakness. What was the last book you got so absorbed in that you couldn't put it down? Well, I don't read, If coffee table books of art count, then I can't really put down any Disney coffee table book. I guess I read, the book that I enjoyed reading the most was The Hunger Games and Memoirs of a Geisha. So what's that, like early teen reading? Yeah, I just don't have a great desire to read. I don't know what it is about me. And my eyes start to go cross-eyed. I can't pick up all the words and I forget what's happening. I have a really good skill at being able to scan over the pages and read all the words, but be thinking about something else, get to the end of the page and I think, what did I just read? Like, I know I took in all the words, but I have no idea what's going on. So, yeah, I give up on reading. You only get 3 words to describe yourself. What are they? Ooh. This is going to sound very narcissistic, isn't it? I might skip that one. 3 words. No, foxy. A la Kath and Kim. No, I'd say I'm very driven. I'm extremely driven and passionate. And I'm just going to say creative because that seems to be, the key phrase at the moment in my life, in all areas. I'm just trying to be creative. So, yeah, let's say that. Which is better to listen to, your heart or your brain? Or I don't know what's better. I think you're supposed to have both. But for me personally, I'm all brain. So you can ask Steve how that works out. Do you consider yourself a spiritual person? ? How about religious ? Yes, absolutely. I am a Christian. Steve and I are Christians. We both go to a really, really amazing church in Santa Ana. And yeah, that's the answer to that. Simple yes. What kind of extracurricular activities did you do for fun in high school? For fun? I had no fun in high school. I did. I danced. I'm a professional dancer, so all of my extracurricular through high school was dancing. And obviously I'd always be drawing, but I didn't think that was extracurricular because I'd do that while I was at school, so I'd do it through every class. So it's not really extracurricular, but yeah, dancing. Always dancing. What's your weirdest pet peeve? I am so annoyed by hearing people eat. I know that doesn't bother a lot of people, or maybe it bothers some people, I don't know. I've been reading up about it because I get violent, when I can hear someone chewing or slopping their food around in their mouth. Oh, I don't even like to talk about it because it makes me angry. Yeah, my biggest pet peeve. I guess weirdest was the question. Well, I think it's weird that I could hear people eat, so I'm going to say that's it. Which is better, asking for permission or asking for forgiveness? I'm going to say forgiveness, because if you ask for permission, 9 times out of 10 they say no, so just go for it and then say sorry later. What would you do if you inherited $1 million tomorrow? I'd be very smart and I'd invest it. I'd say I'd go on a trip to Japan, but we're already doing that and we're definitely not inheriting $1 million tomorrow, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really think not having $1 million is stopping me from much, but if I inherited it, I'd probably do something, boring but a bit wise and invest it in property or something. Build a property portfolio. What's the most embarrassing moment of your life so far? I actually don't know the answer to that one. Honestly, I always think about what's so embarrassing that's happened to me, but it's usually people around me that it happened to, and I just get to witness it and laugh, so I don't know. What fictional character do you identify with the most? Miss Piggy. Are you a superstitious type of person? About what? Not really. I used to be kind of weary of black cats because I thought it was a very witch thing. I don't know. But ever since living with Bianca, I realized that these black cats have 0 power, so... Or maybe they do. Maybe she's brainwashing me into thinking that she's really sweet and nice, but behind my back she's ruining my life. I would believe that. Where would you rather live? A big house in the suburbs or a tiny apartment in a great location in the city? I think a tiny apartment in a great location in the city because I'm more of a city person. I like a lot of modern conveniences. I like lots of stuff going on. And the biggest turnoff about living in a big house would be having to clean it. I've spent my whole life cleaning and I just can't be bothered. So yeah, tiny apartment. If you could have any job in the world, what would it be? I'm really enjoying the one I'm doing now, and I loved being a dancer. I loved performing at Tokyo Disneyland. So I'm just gonna go and say I'd like to redo my career from the start, if I could do that, and then just keep that going on a loop, just like mix it up, have a bit of variety. I'm pretty satisfied, I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out job-wise. Ever have any trouble with the law or get arrested? Absolutely not. Yeah, I will say, no, I won't say. It's not even a good story, but I was just thinking, is it illegal that I did that? Trouble with the law. I'd say the biggest trouble with the law I've ever had was when I left the States once and I had my I-9... No, I came back to the States and I had an I-94 from when I was on the ship that they didn't take when I left. And the guy was telling me that technically I'd been in the country for, like, over my visa. And I said, but I've been in Australia, like, I'm coming through LAX right now. What do you think? I just hung out in the terminal for 9 months? And he was like, well, yeah, someone was supposed to take this from you. And he was acting like it was my fault. And I was like, well, it's not my job. I don't know who was supposed to take it from me, but I'm pretty sure, like citizens aren't just supposed to surrender their I-94s and, like, ask someone to take it. Someone forgot to take it somewhere. I don't know. Why would I keep that? It doesn't do anything for me. Anyway, so I guess that's the biggest trouble with the law I ever got into. Which do you like more, a great book or a great movie? Obvi. Do you think it's important to keep up with the news, or do you not care? I actually don't care. I think it is important, but I tend not to care, and I can't force myself to care at this point. I lived on a ship for so long, and honestly, you didn't have any kind of bearings on what was happening in the world. You'd kind of just be disconnected for 8 months, 6 months, and come back to a completely new world with a new top 40, a new president, new rules, new people, new babies. Like, everything just kind of seemed like you had to get readjusted every time you came back from the ship. So, and I kind of liked being disconnected, because honestly, you turn on the news and you see all this crap, you're just like, oh, what is happening to the world? So, yeah, it is important to be in the know, but also, like, which news are you watching? Is it real news? And also, do you really want to keep up with all that stuff that, like, makes you think you're going to die walking outside the house? I don't know. As an anxious person myself, I tend to keep that tuned out. What's the nicest thing you've ever heard about yourself? What do you want to hear about yourself? The nicest thing I ever heard about myself was that one time my mum said I'd lost weight and I looked good. What do you want to hear? That I lost weight and I look good. Yeah, that's about it. I'm extremely vain in that respect. No, obviously I want to hear people say nice things, but, you know, take it or leave it. I would never ask for a compliment. I'm pretty confident in myself, so I don't know. It really was really nice that she said I lost weight. Here's a fun side story. We were going to church when I was a kid, and everyone was bringing up their toys that they got for Christmas, and we all got to stand on the stage and say our name and say what we got. And I took my book up, and it was a book, and I took it up. I knew it was funny that she did that, and it was totally a joke. Don't worry, my mum and I joke about this all the time. But the book was called Mum, I Feel Fat. And I took that up on stage and was like, my name is James, and for Christmas I got this book from my mum, and it's called Mum, I Feel Fat. And everyone was just kind of like shocked that that first of all she gave that to me, and second of all that I would present that in front of everyone. But I thought it was funny, like I knew it was funny. I don't think everyone else thought it was as funny as I did, but yeah, that was that's my side story. Which would you rather be, smart or happy, and why? Happy. Why would I want to be smart and / or sad? Just happy. Why? Because it's fun to be happy. It's a really dumb question. Is it dumb, or am I just answering it wrong? Did I not get it? You can have one superpower and only one. What is it, and why did you pick it? I want to fly. I know a lot of people would be like doing something that, you know, they could try and get more money, but like, mine's smart, because I'd be able to fly, and I'd strap on some kind of like piggyback machine and sell flights to my friends and fly them around myself. I'd be like a human carrier pigeon. So I figured that I'd be able to get all the benefits of flying for free myself and making a bit of side money. It'd be my job. I'd like have a side Etsy and a side flying human business. Very entrepreneurial spirit I have. What's your biggest regret that you have in life so far? I don't really regret anything. Wouldn't really change anything. Which show on TV do you absolutely have to watch live when it airs? I get really carried away with RuPaul's Drag Race. I feel that fantasy. It's like Project Runway mixed with America's Next Top Model, mixed with like America's Got Talent. I just love it. I can't get enough of it, and I watch reruns all the time of every single season. So yeah, that one I definitely have to stay on top of. What's your favorite food to eat? Italian. What's your favorite type of music to listen to? I don't really listen to a lot of music, so I'm gonna skip that. Britney Spears, I guess, top 40. What's the one movie you love more than any other movie? I'd have to say The Wizard of Oz. I love The Grinch, and honestly, I'll watch The Grinch anytime round. Fun fact, it actually just came on Netflix or Hulu or something. So, you know, I'm happy. It's July and The Grinch is out, so I'm ready. I'll watch The Grinch anytime, any time of year. But The Wizard of Oz has been my OG, like my ultimate favorite movie, and I just love it. I love it so much. I had a Dorothy dress when I was little. I had a Glinda dress. I had little red ruby slippers. I still have a lot of little red ruby slippers laying around. I dressed my Cabbage Patch up as Dorothy. Everything. I used to collect like the little porcelain figures. I had all the Barbie sets, and you know, the special edition DVD. I got that because I wore out my VHS that we taped it on like back in 1992. So yeah, The Wizard of Oz is my absolute all-time favorite movie. Has anyone ever walked in on you naked? Oh my goodness, yes. After my accident, it took me a long time to shower, and a lot of the time I had problems with like mobility because I was so used to being so mobile, and all of a sudden I couldn't use my foot anymore. And I guess my stepdad didn't know that it was like that I was taking so long in the shower, and he thought it was my nephew, and he walked in and I was just standing there completely naked in the shower that was turned off because we were saving water. I don't know if you know this, but Australia's in a massive drought, and so our shower's like 1 minute long, so I'd turn on the water, you know, wash myself, then turn on the water again to rinse it all off. This is so graphic, but I'm just answering the question. Yes, it did, and I'm an extremely private person, so it was very, very upsetting for me, but you know, it was a total accident, and I had to get over it. I was on so many meds at that point anyway. I wasn't, you know, truly upset. I was just kind of in a daze. Yeah. What actor would play you in a movie about your life? Miss Piggy. Honestly, I feel like she's my spirit animal. So, I hope you enjoyed all the questions and answers. I hope you enjoyed watching me play around with all of this stuff. If you want to see some more journal play videos, let me know that you liked it. Or don't, I'll probably do it either way. Yeah. Have a great day, guys. Get all your scraps out. Make sure you put them in a journal. Like I say, if it's in a journal, it's not hoarding. So, yeah. Find a good way to put them all together. Even if you don't find a good way, just get them in there. And if you don't like the spread overall, remember what I said about the collage. You can always get bits that you like and reinterpret those. So have a great day, guys. I'll be around for Tag Tuesday tomorrow. Bye.